roller.
Yes.
That groups and keeps time and has a nice style and a nice length, you breed with that.
Okay, this question says, how many birds do you stock in a year? What's your standard for stocking birds?
I've got a lot of stock birds, but I've got a lot of old birds.
Oh.
But you mustn't, or the new breeder
Yes.
shouldn't do the scale that I'm doing it, okay?
Oh, yes.
I reckon you need about 12 pairs of stock birds.
Oh, yes.
That's all you need. I mean, I've got 70 pairs of stock birds.
Oh,
okay.
That's a lot.
They go on pension yet. They stay here till they die.
Shucks.
Okay, so, but I'm not flying competition at the moment.
Yes.
Or I haven't for a while. And I'm just doing it for my pleasure now. So it's exorbitant. It's too much what I'm doing. But I reckon 12 pairs. 12 pairs you should be able to do anything you need for being a top competition flyer.
Oh, got it. Okay, I think this one you already answered it a little bit. It says, where were your birds started from? They started from which bloodline?
They started from Henny Scott and Ellison.
Oh, yes. Henny Scott and Ellison.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. According to you, what is temperament or strong character in a bird? Is it the physicality of it, or there's more to it? Like, what is it that?
I've never noticed anything.
Oh,
I don't discriminate. You get some birds that's males that's more aggressive, but they better breeders, not as far as what roles they breed, but they good parents.
Oh,
you know, when they strong, but then they also sometimes cause havoc because they chase other birds out the nest and at an open loft like I do.
Oh, got
so if you're in closed lofts,
yes,
just a pair per box, you'll never know which is an aggressive one or not. You see, so the open loft, you know.
Oh, got it. When should your young birds start coming into their role? I've seen birds that start coming into their role at 3 months or 8 months.
Yeah, I think from 3 to 8 months is when they should roll.
So at 3 months, isn't that a bit early?
No. If you, depends, some people fly their babies very young.
Oh, got it, yes.
And I let them out young, yes, but I really start chasing them only when they're already molting. So they're not so small. If they're very young and they start rolling at 3 months, the wings are not strong enough.
Oh.
But if they're strong enough, they can roll at 3 months.
Oh, got it.
So I believe you shouldn't chase them too young. They must first develop and get their muscles stronger and that before they start rolling.
Oh, got it.
But 3 to 8. After that, I think it's too long.
Got it. In a week, how many times do you fly your birds, and how do you train your birds?
I fly them every day until I'm starting to train for competition.
Oh, yes.
Then I'll start keeping them back one day and flying next day and keeping them back one day. And you base it on what day you're flying, Sunday or Saturday, when the last time is that you fly. But when you train young birds, you should fly them every day.
Oh, got it. So what would you advise someone who just recently brought in birds that were not bred by him or her? What would you advise them about training birds? Would you say they should stick to probably a strategy or they just need...
No, they must fly them every day. They must fly them hungry.
Oh, yes.
You mustn't... you only feed your birds when they finish flying.
Oh.
So, yes. So you let the birds out, You check what they're doing, because you need to select those that start rolling. You need to be having a separate kit, and when they come down, you feed them.
Oh, got it.
Don't fly with a full crop. Fly an empty crop.
Oh, got it. In your understanding, what is selective breeding?
Selective breeding
Yes.
is taking the best you've got and breeding with that.
Oh, shucks. Whew.
And of course, you won't put a full brother and sister together, that sort of thing. So you need to have records, know what you bred out of what, but you use the best birds you got to breed with. That's the
So, with your strategy of breeding, you never pair brother to sister.
No.
You'd never do that. Like, why, Like, why wouldn't you do that?
No,
like,
well, my experience with the cattle as well is that eventually, if you put full brother and sister together and you inbreed too much, they become weaker.
Oh, got it.
You know, the wings are not strong and they start getting false. Get beaks, it's wrong, and funny things happen when they. In nature, brother and sister mate, and you can mate it, but you can't go too far with it.
Oh.
But I haven't had good results, brother and sister.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Do you believe that they are flying birds and breeding birds? By that I mean birds that should never see the air, and their purpose is to breed only. And that they are flying birds that should never be bred, but just flown and nothing else.
No, I believe that every bird that you breed with should have flown, and you should have selected him out of the air to breed with.
Oh.
You can't just breed birds and say, this is my stock and this is a flying bird. The best roller that groups and keeps time and has a nice style and a nice length, you breed with that.
Oh, correct. When you're pairing your birds, do you give them any medication or special foods for them to produce you good babies? Like,
No, I don't. A lot of people do, but I don't believe in it. I believe that they must naturally adapt.
Oh, so you're saying that they should use their own immune system rather than us providing something?
Yes, that's why I'm not mad about cleaning lofts too much. I'm not mad about having clean water. I don't give them medication. I don't inoculate.
Yes.
I don't feed additional things like Epsom salts and stuff like that. Nothing. The bird must develop its own immunity for everything. I don't get sick birds.
Yes.
All right. I don't live in the cities. Maybe I ought to be more in trouble if I lived in the cities. Here we don't have that influence. But I've got chickens all over the show. There's wild birds all over the show. I don't get sick because they got their own immunity.
So even vaccinating, you don't vaccine at all?
Nothing.
You don't worm? Do you worm?
Don't deworm, I don't do nothing.
Wait. Let me understand you properly. So you're telling me that for more than 50 years, you've been doing it this way?
Yes.
Wow!
That's how it is. The birds must have their own immunity.
Oh, shucks. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. That is going to be very helpful for me. Okay. When someone says body type, what does that mean to you?
The bird's got to look nice.
Okay.
But it makes no difference to the rolling.
In the air. Oh, yeah. Oh,
the only thing I select on is what you do in the air. Don't care if you've got long wings, drop wings, long tail, round body, short body. I'm not interested. I'm interested in what you're doing up there.
So you don't care if it's a big body or it's a small cox?
If you say trap your
do you use small cox to breed with?
If he rolls.
Oh.
If he's rolling and he's flying and he's a good bird, you can look what he likes. I'll use him.
Oh, so you're saying that he needs to prove himself in the air, and then if he proved himself in the air, then he's good
That's
too.
Good enough for me.
Oh, got it. Nice. Interesting. Interesting. Which is the best for you, individual breeding or open loft?
No, I think individual breeding would be better. I use open loft.
Oh,
Okay.
Got it, yes.
But if I could advise somebody, I'd say individual breeding. Then you know exactly what you're doing.
Okay, 100% on. According to you, when is breeding season in South Africa?
It's from 1st of May till the end of October.
Oh, 1st May until the end of
Yeah,
October.
the rest of the season is molting season. You don't breed in molting season, and you shouldn't fly your birds in molting season.
Okay, why is that on? Why is that?
Otherwise, you change their molting season. If you're gonna breed in January,
Yes.
they're only gonna molt after the breeding.
Oh, during the breeding
Yeah,
season.
otherwise it takes a long time. They need to molt and get done and breed. And the same as flying or competitions. You should first molt and then fly competition. That's a natural season for birds to breed.
Oh, so you're saying that birds need to be flown from March, after March?
Yeah, from the end of April.
Oh, the end of April.
Till the end of October.
Oh, so that's breeding and flying season.
Yes, that's here. And now I felt where it's cold. Maybe in a place like Pretoria, you can shift a month.
Yes.
Because it's warmer.
Yes.
But yeah, by me, that's the time when I start molting. When I stop molting, I stop flying, I stop breeding.
Shucks, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Okay, let me go on. How long have you been working or breeding your family of birds?
I've been breeding since 1956.
Now that's experience there.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's experience there. I've heard people say that you shouldn't breed red to red because they tend to get birds that will be too long and start crashing on you.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
So color, you don't.
Don't look at colors. Don't look at eyes. Don't look at anything. Look at what they do in the air.
Not color, not eyes,
Nothing.
not body structure, sharks.
Yeah, only interested what they're doing up in the air.
Oh, shucks. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, never mind. Okay, there's a saying in the pigeon hobby that if you fly mixed families of birds, you'll get mixed results in the air. For example, some come into the row earlier and some fly differently and some don't kit. Would you?
That's true.
Oh, that's true. So you should fly one family.
Yeah. I fly 4 families.
Oh, is it?
But they are more or less the same.
Okay,
They got
explain
the
this.
same habits and they roll the same and they fly the same. The families that I've got. But if I had to fly your family and my family, yours might be more active.
Got it.
Or whatever, they fly differently. So you could have a problem there.
Interesting. Very interesting. What's the worst piece of advice you've ever got about rollers? And what's the best advice you've ever, the good and the bad advice that you've ever got about roller pigeons?
Well, the good advice I got is to check what the birds are doing before I breed with them.
Oh, so you mean air test them?
Yeah, that's priority 1.
Oh, God.
Whatever bird you get from wherever,
Yes.
that is the selection criteria is what are they doing in the air.
Oh,
Okay.
got it.
And the worst advice I've had is using a long roller to a short roller and this family to that family. In the end of the day, doesn't work.
Oh, so what you're saying is that some families don't work together.
Yes.
Oh.
You'll breed some good ones and some bad ones. But you can't breed with them because you don't know what you're going to breed.
Interesting. Okay, 3 of your top flyers that are competing now or who you ever competed with. Name 3 of your best flyers that you ever competed against or people that you think are doing very, very good.
Other people
Yes.
that I know, I respect what I see from Jacques Kruger.
Oh, yes.
Gerard Blighnout,
Yes.
Jan Erlang. That's what I see the results on the WhatsApps in Pretoria.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But if I think a little bit back,
Yeah.
then I think of Van
Oh, yes.
Grobler,
Yes.
and not many other people. A guy by the name of Kruger in Middelburg. That's in the older days.
Yes.
But the recent guys, those are the guys that seem to be doing it.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. So in Joburg, there's no one that you think in Joburg.
Well, not that I hear of.
Your Tersort, they're the best. Sak even started one of the greatest.
No, look, Dirk.
Yes.
Dirk is one of those folks that's got various families.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I think he just enjoys his bird.
Oh, yeah.
It's not specifying trying to win competition.
Oh.
But he's got
But
good
he's good. Tersort is good.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, people normally say that the quality of the birds that we have today is inferior to the quality that lived back in the past.
No.
They say the old flyers in the past would beat any flyer that is currently busy flying at the.
I don't think so. The standard hasn't changed much.
Okay.
Because I look at the scores.
Yes.
Our average scores in the competitions used to be roll score around about 4 to 6 seconds.
Oh, got it.
And that's what it is now.
Yes.
It hasn't changed. They're talking about 20 seconds and long bursts, but you don't see it in competition scores.
Whew.
That doesn't happen.
Interesting.
Look at the competition scores. Once they publish them,
Yes.
then you take off the two grouping points and a flying point, and you see the average roll is around about 4.5 seconds.
Oh.
So they haven't gone longer, but there's people that's breeding long rollers. But when it comes, so they fly one bird or 20 seconds and the others are doing what? To get to 4.5. That's what worries me. I don't think that they're better now than in the old days. I don't really think the old days is better than now. The difference in the old days, we used to fly half an hour.
Oh, yes.
I had to be in the air for half an hour.
Oh.
Okay, and nowadays it looks like 15 minutes. So they haven't got the wings that we used to have in the old days.
Oh, got it. Okay, you mentioned something. You said standard. According to you, what's the standard of an SA distant roller?
Well,
The role. Let's start by you explaining the role, and then for the body structure. Okay, you said with the body structure you don't work with that, and then what is it like? The grouping, the standard
Yes.
of grouping,
Yes.
and then the standard of maybe a standard kit.
Yes.
Like how is it supposed to behave? Like the standard on everything.
yeah, I think a bird should roll about 4 to 5 times,
Oh,
between 5 and 8 seconds,
got it.
and he's got to be back in the kit before he's disqualified for grouping.
Oh, got it.
And he should fly 20 minutes. That's what I reckon should be the standard for a long distance roller.
So in that roll of 4 to 8 seconds, what would you say that a bird that flicks and does the jerking when it's busy rolling,
No,
or it's rolling some other type of way, but it's going down? Would you say that?
You've got to roll backwards.
Okay.
This flipping around, that's not a roll.
Oh, shucks.
He's got to roll backwards.
Oh, so it needs to roll straight.
Yes.
And nothing else, and that's the standard.
That's it.
Oh, got it.
That's what I think.
Got it.
I know some people, when it go, they just got it on the stopwatch. That's not a roll. That bird started rolling, he's battling to get out of the roll. That's what he's doing.
Oh, shucks.
That's why he's going like this. He can't open. He's on his way to roll down.
Phew. Oh, so you're saying it doesn't know how to kick open?
Yes.
Shucks. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, a lot of people where I come from have your bloodline. What would you advise them to do just so that they get the same results that the birds had when they were bred by you?
They just got to select them in the air. That's all.
Is it no feeding, how to feed them, how to...
You don't. Look, one of the biggest mistakes I think people make.
Yes,
They get birds, so, all right, let's say they've got birds from me.
yes.
So now they want them to roll longer, so they give them fine food.
Oh,
Or they want them to be more active, and they just give them whole millies, and that sort of thing. I don't believe in it. I believe you feed the standard food, whatever it is that you're feeding, and you select the birds according to that. Those that don't make it, don't make it. You can't change a bird by food or giving him lemon or
apple cider vinegar.
all kinds
Apple
of
Epsom salt.
to get him to perform. You got to breed him to perform. And that's what I think the people make mistakes, because that mixes them so up they don't know what to breed with.
Oh,
If you mess around with food, I don't, never done it. Don't believe me.
interesting. Very interesting.